As an ex-silver support who now gets paid to play ADC,
follow me along as I teach you how to play like the best Ashe NA.
Ashe has one of the strongest level 1s in the game, as she has 2 abilities that synergize well together,
when most champions have 1.
At the start of the game, you automatically get Ashe's passive, Frost Shot, which slows on all of her offensive abilities. Then, level up your W, Volley, which is a cone of arrows that strike the first target in their path. Therefore, not only do your auto attack slow, your W does as well. As a result, she can easily run you down the entire lane to kill you. Whether she's level 1 or level 18, Ashe is a master at running people down. To top it off, she also has a global ultimate, which CCs the first enemy champion hit for up to 3.5 seconds, which does mean that if timed correctly, you can keep the enemy jungler in base for an extra 3.5 seconds. But that would just be evil, right? Like every other ADC, Ashe suffers from main character syndrome and one-shot ability syndrome. She has no dashes, which makes her vulnerable to hard engage. She has less DPS than most hyperscalers, and if your team lacks damage to kill the enemy, you'll be left wondering why you decided to play a team game for so many years. Ashe is a part of a subcategory of ADC called a neutralizer, which aims to prevent the enemy ADC's win condition, which is either fighting early or scaling into the late game with no problem whatsoever. Ashe is good into champions like Draven, Kalista, and Varus, who like to fight early, but she's also good into champs like Aphelios, Jinx, and Sivir, who would rather just scale on by for the entire game with equal CS and KD. Before we get into gameplay mechanics, I do have to warn you guys about the secret Ashe tax that all ADCs have to pay. The only skins you can ever play Ashe on are Project, High Noon, or Spirit Blossom Ashe. Those skins make Ashe's auto attacks smoother than butter. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. No, but seriously, do not play Classic. Like, ever. Now hear me out. Ashe's favorite restaurant has to be Olive Garden. The way she's eating these bread and butter combos up. Every single goddamn ability is an auto attack reset, which means you can auto Q, auto W, auto E, which is pretty useless unless you're chasing the fog, and the patented auto R that catches pro players off guard when they think you're thirsting over every last bit of CS. Focus on Wing through minions to extend the range and increase the amount of damage dealt by your volley. Use Ashe W at an angle to hit as many minions as possible when wave clearing. Pay attention to Ashe's E to spot every camp on the enemy side of the map. This way, you don't need to spam ping your useless ass jungler when they don't tell you you're getting ganked. You'll be the one tracking the rabid animal that's looking to get you every other wave. The easiest Ashe Rs to land are from base to mid and from base to bot. Think about where the fight is headed and aim your arrow for where they'll be in a couple of seconds. There exists invisible lines down every single lane that'll make it a lot easier for you to land your Ashe Rs. Line up your mouse to these invisible lines when firing your arrows, as lines that are parallel to where enemy champions usually stand are easier to land than at any other angle.
This is the latest in Freljordian fashion.
As for Ashe's runes, she's got your back. She's removed every single chance to fuck up her runes by making you go the same rune 99.999% of the time. Ashe's items are almost as straightforward, with a few substitutes based on different team comps you'll have or will be versing. On Crit Ashe, the main difference in her build starts at the second item. Zeal items such as Phantom Dancer or Runons help Ashe maneuver fights to mow down the enemy even with her lack of mobility. The second variation of the build is essential when you are the main AD damage for your team. You go IE second into Lord Doms or Mortal Reminder for maximum damage output. The order of her build beyond the second item differs a lot from game to game, so I'll give y'all some tips on what to build and when to build it. Build Lord Doms when you're versus tanks, but Mortal Reminder when you need to be that tank killer and have anti-heal. Build Phantom Dancer when you can afford a Zeal item, but Runons when you can hit 2 or more people in a team fight. You'll Bloodthirster most games as a defensive item, Mercurial Scimitar when you need a QSS and lifesteal. Finally, build G8 if you know you're going to get one shot in those late game team fights. Now there does exist 2 more builds for Ashe, but those are secrets we'll dive into another time, so keep your eyes peeled for a new Ashe build soon. Now that we've gone past the tips and tricks, I'll give you all a roadmap on how to play Ashe in the earlier portions of the game. Level 1. Try to get priority of the land. If the enemy isn't there, hit the wave so that you'll be able to hit level 2 first. Not to the point where you kill all the minions by the time the second wave comes, but try to match the enemy's autos while also hitting the wave 1 to 3 more times than them. If the enemy contests you on the wave, hit them back. Ashe's biggest tool is her slow, so use it. Fight them and chase them until you become their 13th reason. Once the melee minions are dead, or near death, soften up the casters to set up your W on the enemy champs. Next, use your hawkshot to give the enemy jungler an aneurysm. Once you have your R, look to blow it off of cooldown by sending it to fights that are already happening or to lanes where the enemy is already low. You should hold your R when objective fights around Dragon and Baron are coming up, where you know that you're going to need engage for you and your team. Thank you everybody for watching all the way through the end. If you enjoyed this type of content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be putting out a new Senna ADC guide due to the buffs that just came out, and hopefully that'll come out sometime next week. So I'll see you guys next time. Ashe, can you ward and play safe level 1? I don't know what that means, but sure.